say that there is one theory, and it's but a theory, that it's the Shakespearean folios down there. All of that is every bit as rich and wonderful and magical and amazing as a chest full of diamonds and rubies.
A shocking leak from inside the Curse of Oak Island production may have revealed something the public was never meant to see. And this time, it's not just another rusty coin or a piece of old wood pulled from the ground. According to insiders, something far more mysterious has been discovered deep beneath the island, something that could completely change the Oak Island mystery forever. For over 200 years, treasure hunters, historians, and explorers have searched for the truth hidden beneath Oak Island's infamous money pit. Millions of dollars have been spent trying to uncover its secrets. Massive drilling operations have torn through the island, entire expeditions have failed, and yet every new dig seems to raise even more questions. But now, leaked information connected to Season 13 suggests the team may have uncovered evidence of something far more unsettling than buried treasure. Reports claim they discovered a hidden underground structure no one expected to find, a massive system buried deep beneath the island. The discovery has sparked a terrifying question among some researchers. What if Oak Island was never supposed to be opened? Today, we're diving into the leaked discoveries, the mysterious chamber hidden underground, and the evidence that could completely rewrite everything we thought we knew about Oak Island. And before we continue, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the mysteries we explore only get darker from here. Just when it seemed the Oak Island mystery couldn't become any stranger, a new wave of insider leaks surfaced. According to sources connected to the production, several major discoveries were allegedly hidden from the public, while serious tensions unfolded behind the scenes during filming. If these reports are true, the implications could shake the entire Oak Island community and completely change the search for answers. What started as quiet rumors quickly exploded into something much bigger. Insiders claim the crew uncovered evidence so shocking that it caused panic during production. Reports mention restricted excavation areas, sudden shutdowns, and a mysterious artifact that may force historians to rethink Oak Island's entire timeline. Some are already calling Season 13 the most explosive chapter in the show's history. But this is where things become truly unbelievable. According to the leaks, the discovery wasn't just a blurry sonar image or a technical error. It was reportedly a remarkably clear underground scan. What appeared on the imaging equipment wasn't natural rock, debris, or collapsed timber. It was a perfectly shaped rectangular chamber, seemingly built by human hands. The chamber is said to measure around 10 feet wide and 15 feet long, buried more than 130 feet below the surface. To understand how deep that is, imagine hiding a secret room beneath a 13-story building. Constructing something at that depth centuries ago, without modern machinery, would have required incredible engineering knowledge, enormous manpower, and years of labor, far beyond what most historians believed possible for the time. But perhaps the most disturbing detail is this: a structure buried that deep should not still exist. The underground pressure at that level exceeds 60 pounds per square inch, enough to crush ordinary wooden supports over time. Yet according to the scans, this chamber appears to be almost perfectly preserved. For decades, treasure hunters focused their efforts on the famous money pit, chasing collapsed tunnels, broken wood, and flooded shafts. But if these leaks are accurate, the real target may have been sitting nearby all along, untouched and carefully hidden. Some historians now believe the original builders intentionally created false tunnels and traps designed to mislead anyone searching for the true location. But the chamber itself may not even be the biggest revelation. Leaked sonar data reportedly detected at least 3 large rectangular objects resting on the chamber floor. Their density readings were said to be extremely high, consistent with heavy metal-filled containers. Some believe they could be treasure chests filled with gold or silver. Others think the contents may be something far more valuable, and possibly far more dangerous. Each object is believed to measure roughly 4 feet long and 2 feet wide, closely matching the dimensions of classic historical treasure chests. If these reports are genuine, then the team is no longer searching for scattered coins or isolated artifacts. They may have found a sealed vault hidden for centuries beneath Oak Island. According to insiders, the production crew immediately moved to keep the location secret while heavy excavation equipment was quietly brought in. But then, the story took an even stranger turn. Researchers studying the scans reportedly discovered that the chamber walls were lined with a thin metallic layer. That metal coating may explain why the structure survived, while so much else underground collapsed long ago. Experts believe the lining could be made from a rare corrosion-resistant alloy or a highly advanced blend of metals. If true, it would suggest the builders possessed engineering knowledge far ahead of their time. Some investigators now believe the chamber was deliberately sealed to protect whatever was placed inside and preserve it for centuries. Core samples taken from nearby soil allegedly contained microscopic traces of the same metallic material, adding even more credibility to the claims. This may not simply be a buried treasure chamber, it could be a perfectly preserved time capsule, and what researchers reportedly discovered next may completely challenge the accepted history of Oak Island. Early analysis of the metallic traces allegedly identified a lead-silver alloy with a highly unusual isotopic signature. To most people, that might not sound significant. But to historians, it immediately raised major questions. Why? Because this exact type of alloy has long been linked to advanced Roman engineering. Historical records suggest the Romans used similar materials in aqueduct systems, protective containers, important archives, and even elite burial chambers designed to survive for centuries. Creating this kind of material would have required highly advanced smelting techniques that were both incredibly expensive and extremely difficult to master. In fact, many historians believe these methods disappeared after the fall of the Roman Empire and were not seen again in Europe until the late Middle Ages. And now, according to these leaked reports, traces of that very same material may have been found beneath Oak Island. This alleged discovery is forcing researchers to revisit some of the island's strangest artifacts from previous seasons. Think back to the Roman pilum, the ancient spearhead uncovered years ago, or the mysterious coin that some experts linked to the Roman Empire. At the time, skeptics dismissed those discoveries as coincidence. Many argued the objects were simply collector's items or artifacts accidentally mixed into the soil centuries later. The theories sparked debate, but they never gained serious attention. Now, everything may be changing. Because if a hidden underground chamber truly exists beneath Oak Island, lined with what appears to be a Roman-style alloy, then those earlier discoveries suddenly take on a completely different meaning. Instead of random accidents, they may have been clues pointing towards something much larger hidden beneath the island all along. If these leaks are accurate, it could suggest that a highly organized operation once existed on Oak Island, one using engineering knowledge connected to the Roman era, centuries before Columbus ever crossed the Atlantic. And that possibility is astonishing. According to mainstream history, civilizations with Roman-level technology were never supposed to reach North America. History books have repeated the same story for generations. But the deeper researchers investigate these discoveries, the harder it becomes to ignore the growing pattern. This no longer sounds like a story about a few lost sailors drifting off course. What's being described involves large-scale underground construction, long-term planning, advanced engineering, and the coordination of skilled workers over many years. Some researchers now believe hidden maritime trade routes may have existed long before the official age of exploration. Secret connections linking distant civilizations across oceans centuries earlier than historians realized. One theory now gaining attention among insiders suggests that groups tied to the early origins of the Knights Templar may have inherited lost Roman knowledge after the empire collapsed. According to this idea, ancient relics, sacred documents, and valuable treasures were secretly transported across the Atlantic and hidden in isolated locations to protect them from war, invasion, or destruction. Others believe the chamber may contain historical records so significant that they could challenge accepted history itself. And if the structure truly dates back that far, this could become one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the modern era. The idea that advanced engineering knowledge survived through hidden societies, and was later used to build secret underground vaults, would completely reshape major parts of world history. But here's the truly unsettling possibility. What if the chamber was never meant to be opened? Some insiders now suspect the vault could contain hidden safeguards, flood tunnels, collapse mechanisms, or deadly traps designed to destroy the chamber the moment intruders get too close. If that theory is true, then Oak Island may hold far more than buried treasure. It could contain the most dangerous Templar trap ever constructed, and perhaps the most shocking detail of all is where the chamber was allegedly discovered. According to recent leaks, the structure is not directly beneath the original money pit. Instead, it reportedly lies far from the main excavation area, positioned precisely along a hidden geometric point connected to Nolan's Cross. That single detail changes everything. For years, researchers debated whether Nolan's Cross was simply a random arrangement of giant stones or something far more deliberate. Some investigators believe the formation acts like a giant directional map designed to guide specific people toward hidden underground locations. Now, the leaked coordinates appear to align with one of the cross's previously overlooked marker points. This has led some researchers to believe the entire island was intentionally designed like an enormous puzzle. Every tunnel, flood shaft, and buried stone potentially part of a massive engineered system created to hide the true destination from anyone unable to understand the code. And that has sparked another disturbing theory among people connected to the investigation. What if this chamber isn't even the final vault? Some now believe it could be a decoy chamber, a ceremonial passage, or even a sacred tomb built to test whoever discovers it. Suddenly, the elaborate flood tunnels and deadly traps begin to make much more sense, especially if they were protecting something far more valuable than gold or jewels. Because according to legend, the Knights Templar were believed to possess some of Christianity's most mysterious relics, artifacts such as the Holy Grail, or even the Ark of the Covenant. And if such objects were ever hidden away, they would not simply be buried in an ordinary underground pit. They would likely be sealed inside a sacred chamber, protected by advanced engineering, hidden symbols, and layers of deception carefully designed to survive for centuries. Whatever was constructed beneath Oak Island appears to have been built using the highest level of engineering knowledge available at the time. And that is exactly why this alleged Roman-style vault fits so perfectly into the mystery. Because what may be hidden inside is not necessarily piles of gold or ordinary treasure chests. Some researchers now believe the chamber could contain sacred containers created to preserve artifacts of enormous spiritual and historical importance. In other words, the true treasure of Oak Island may not be wealth at all. It could be ancient relics and lost records powerful enough to completely reshape our understanding of early exploration, hidden civilizations, and forgotten history. What makes this theory even more fascinating is how closely it connects to clues revealed during Season 12 involving the Knights of Malta, an organization many historians consider spiritual successors to the Knights Templar. According to some researchers, after the Templars were officially dissolved in the 1300s, parts of their hidden knowledge, relics, and wealth may have been secretly passed on to allied groups that continued operating in secrecy for centuries. And now, with reports of this newly leaked chamber, many believe the pieces of the Oak Island puzzle are finally starting to come together. Some researchers think Oak Island itself may have been designed like a giant mechanism. In this theory, Nolan's Cross serves as the key, while the hidden chamber could be only the first lock in a much larger system protecting the true vault. If that's true, it completely changes the meaning of the famous money pit. Instead of being the real destination, the money pit may have been intentionally created as a sacrificial decoy, a collapsing maze designed to distract treasure hunters for centuries, while the actual chamber remained safely hidden somewhere nearby. The level of planning behind something like that is almost impossible to comprehend. It would mean that a carefully engineered strategy was set into motion hundreds of years ago and worked perfectly across generations. And perhaps the strangest part is that it actually succeeded. For more than 200 years, explorers dug endlessly in the wrong location. Fortunes were lost. People died navigating dangerous flood tunnels and collapsing shafts. Entire companies went bankrupt chasing clues buried beneath mud, stone, and underground water systems. Meanwhile, if these leaks are true, the mysterious lead-silver chamber remained untouched in complete darkness the entire time. And if this vault turns out to be only a decoy, or merely the entrance to something even larger, then the real treasure may still be hidden even deeper beneath the island. Now, historians, engineers, codebreakers, and independent researchers from around the world are racing to solve the mystery before the next major excavation begins. Because entering the chamber could become the most dangerous stage of the entire search. But this time, investigators have something they never had before: the power of global collaboration. What many people don't realize is that the Oak Island investigation no longer belongs only to the small group seen on television. Behind the scenes, thousands of researchers and fans worldwide have quietly become part of the hunt. For years, online communities have studied historical documents, satellite images, old maps, and hidden symbols connected to the island. Some independent researchers claim to have discovered strange connections between medieval navigation routes, mysterious carvings, and rumors of transatlantic voyages that may have happened long before Columbus. Others have recreated the island's layout using advanced mapping software, uncovering geometric alignments that resemble symbols associated with secret societies. As more people contribute theories, evidence, and analysis, the mystery of Oak Island has evolved into something far bigger than a traditional treasure hunt. It has become one of the largest crowd-driven historical investigations in modern history, and the next breakthrough could finally reveal a truth hidden for centuries. What was once dismissed as internet speculation is now starting to influence the real investigation itself. Every time the team uncovers a new clue on the island, thousands of online researchers immediately begin examining it from every possible angle. Reddit discussions, research forums, and deep dive communities analyze every frame of footage with incredible attention to detail. These viewers are no longer simply watching the mystery unfold, they are actively helping solve it. And surprisingly, some of these independent investigators are using tools and methods powerful enough to rival the technology being used on Oak Island itself. Some study satellite scans, searching for hidden geometric patterns invisible from ground level. Others compare ancient maps with modern surveys in remarkable detail. A few even examine medieval banking records, shipping manifests, and alleged Templar documents with the dedication of professional historians. Other researchers focus on geological surveys, searching for signs of hidden underground cavities or unusual soil disturbances that might point to forgotten construction buried deep below the surface. Some investigate ancient trade routes, comparing old European port records with unexplained references to Atlantic crossings centuries before official history claims they occurred. This worldwide collaboration has transformed Oak Island into a massive puzzle where thousands of people contribute tiny pieces that together may reveal the full picture. According to insiders, even some of the show's biggest theories may have originated within these online communities. Take the famous French line theory, connecting Nolan's Cross to landmarks in Europe. Reports suggest ideas like this were heavily discussed by dedicated fans long before they gained mainstream attention. The same thing reportedly happened with theories surrounding the swamp and its hidden secrets. Online researchers explored those possibilities years before major excavations ever began there. These are no longer casual viewers. They have become a global intelligence network united by one mystery. But perhaps the most surprising detail is this. People connected to the production reportedly monitor many of these online discussions behind the scenes. Think about that for a moment. A theory posted by a history enthusiast in Ohio or a geometry researcher in Australia could potentially influence future investigations on Oak Island itself. In fact, discussions about a hidden Roman-style chamber allegedly appeared in obscure fan forums years before the recent leaks brought the idea back into public attention, which suggests the search may not be as straightforward as it appears on television. Instead, it may function like a massive feedback loop. The team discovers clues on the island. Online communities around the world analyze the evidence and develop new theories. Then the strongest ideas may quietly shape future searches and excavations. The Fellowship on screen may be doing the digging, but the invisible blueprint behind the investigation is increasingly being built by thousands of minds across the globe. And when the team finally breaks through that mysterious lead-silver barrier, the discovery may not belong only to the people standing on Oak Island. It may belong to everyone who helped piece together the mystery from behind computer screens thousands of miles away. But even now, one unsettling question continues to haunt researchers. What if the treasure itself was never the real secret? What if it was only a distraction hiding something far more powerful or far more dangerous beneath the island? Share your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this mystery, make sure to subscribe to the Timefold channel and don't forget to leave a like.